Good good morning, YouTube. I didn't make it to the gym this morning. This dryness y'all might see here is just the white the white hairs growing back on my face. I had to double check that this morning. I said, what's going on here? You getting old, Blair? I was going through some music. Raindrops. Que será? Spend my life with you. My original pieces. Latin. Okay. It is important for you to be able to play multiple genres of music. Let me think about something. CCM, a little bit of gospel. Let me see if I can do that right. You guys will see me bounce genres. That's a little bit of gospel. You guys will see me mess around with different genres of music. But that's important. That's important to bounce many genres. It's important to play necessarily stuff so I'm purposely bouncing around with multiple genres of music. Multiple genres of music because number one, it will. I thought I had a regular sheet for this. It will attest. I guess this. I guess this is how they have this written. Words and music by Luther Vandross. This is how they have. How can I put that? It will attest to your level of playing. And normally, if we go for a B flat 7, B flat 6. So we're gonna go with the. D minor 7. Been good to me. Okay, E flat. Yeah, it's gonna speak to your level of playing. It's gonna speak to your level of playing. It's also gonna say that you do know how to read the music. It's gonna say, hey, this person is taking time to read and to study the music. So say let's I think I want to title this Studying the Music. You know, sometimes when I hear other musicians talk about musicians they hire, I hear them say the word they studied the music. They studied the music, and it's kind of like let's take, say if I was being hired to say, hey, we want you to play this "Spend My Life with You" with "Spend My Life with You" by Eric Benet. Words and music by Eric Benet, George Nash, and DeMonte Posey. So when you guys saw me going through the music, I know people like to see the hands for some reason. When you see me going through the music, so what I'm actually doing is I'm actually studying the music. And we're gonna go with so we have your B there. I'm gonna hit that. So when you actually sit down and you start studying the music, you're not actually studying to play the music. I mean, well, you actually are studying to play the music, but you're studying the tempo. So you want to go with the so when you actually sit down and you're studying the music, you're studying sometimes am I playing it as it's written? I try to. So I'm studying the tempo. So boom. And keep this in mind when I'm also studying the music, I'm studying how it's written. So we got my 4 notes. We have your A, B, D, F. So this is actually calling for that. So so we're gonna go so boom. So when you actually study the music, you're going from, okay, so that's asking me to go from and we might take it back to the chord. So we can actually hold that right there. So that's calling for So one, one and two. Mm, one and uh-uh. One and two. One, one. So let's go with the let's go with the kind of so let me see, we're going with let's go back to here. See, and here's the weird thing when I'm studying the music. Now keep this in mind, I'm doing Josh fingering. Which means that I'm not actually playing this B flat where it's calling for on the paper. It's actually calling for me to do this. So when you play it, was that called? Hold on, let me do one count of 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got your middle C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So actually, this should actually be playing right. This should actually be playing right here. So, and where am I getting the A? But A, C, D. Oh, because I was playing it wrong. So this should actually be playing like this. So we're going from actually this beat. That's gonna be played fast. I shouldn't have held it like that, so one. So when it comes down to actually studying the music, we're not talking about playing it. We're talking about actually studying. Studying the chord changes, studying the tempo, and And that's when you would hear a musician say they actually took the time to study the music. Because if DeMonte Posey came and said play this, and I think I want to see if I can get him playing it. Am I even playing that right? So yeah, I'm playing the A flat major. So actually, this should actually be the. So this should actually be playing. This is how it's written. But that's too much hopping around for me. Now keep this in mind. This is actually written like this. This is actually written like this. Now remember, this was that special key, that A, B. Sorry, that's gonna be the A. I'm gonna like playing that because I like playing this. So all I gotta remember is, so that's gonna take you over to the. Even are we going that low? So that's gonna take you to the. So I might as well. And this is the part where I have a problem playing. So we're gonna go with the. Keep this in mind, play the timing. So. And that's already sus for me, so I don't have to do anything there. So keep this in mind. One and two in. One and two in. See, and here's the thing. So when we go with that, remember this is already going to be sussed out right here. If we think about so let me see. So we're gonna hold it. So we're gonna go with your B and D. So and back to home. See, asked me to roll that in there. No. So play it as it's written. I'm gonna play it as it's written first. And we're gonna take your. It is calling for a C minor 7. B. It's calling for me to flatten that, yeah. So C minor 7, flat 5. So if I was doing a C minor 7 here, but if I was to flatten 5, so I should be having the same. Yeah, there it is right there. But it's almost like it's inverted. So yes, it's kind of inverted. It's inverted. And we got it. We're gonna go with the F7 flat 9. So we do an F7. And keep in mind, the reason why I'm kind of squinting at these chords here is because I don't have the eyesight of an eagle. I don't have an eyesight of an eagle. So I'm actually, we got an F7 flat 9. So we got, if we have an F7 flat 9, we're dealing with a, I'm thinking, that doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. And here's the weird thing. That's when your chord theory has got to kick in. Because when I say it's jumbled together, now you guys can see why I'm squinting. So we're calling from that there. I have no idea which comes first. So we're gonna do I'm thinking one of these called for a flat. And I'm thinking what called for a flat was your G. So now it's telling me to make the G regular, and it's asking for that A to be flattened. Interesting. It's asked for that, so it's Does that sound right? And the only reason why I have to make sense of it this way is because here's the thing. If you read the piece of paper, when we do this C minor 7 flat 5, when we do the C minor 7 flat 5 here, it's asking for this G to be sharp, G to be flattened. So it's asking for. So if you look at the next phrase, it's going to say, okay, don't flatten that G. Make this G regular now. Flatten the A. Okay, make this G regular now. Let's see if I can switch it, because sometimes if you switch the voicing, with your B minor 11. And remember, I'm studying the music. So we're going from a. So. I shouldn't go there. So let's see if I can do it in time. So we're at 4/4. Slow it down just a little bit. Tempo. So so that's my bad. But why'd I go here? So we got the F, A, C. So but your A is regular. So I should go here. So okay, so my corrected fingering again. So it should be played like, so it should be played, but because Joshua, I decided to add my own fingering into it, so I'm gonna have to go with the so actually okay, anyway. So when we talk about actually studying the music, this is what we actually mean. Taking the pieces, taking it down to your tempo where you can understand it. Now, I saw a clip of Michael Jackson telling to play something away. And here's the weird thing. So that's your F right there. Where's the E at? So when you start studying the music, number one, you're studying it to make it where you can play it to perform it. Say if I was getting with the singer and we want to figure out how did George Nash or DeMonte Posey play this? You know, because they're the actual musicians, and I might want to see how they played it. And take it from there. But this is what it actually means to study the music. If you're going back to I'm sorry. So when we talk about actually studying the music, ah, so when we actually talk about studying the music, we're taking the music, we're breaking it down, we're studying the chord changes, we're studying the tempo, and we're studying to the part where we can actually play it. Uh, we're actually studying it to the point where we can play it comfortably, playing it well. But sometimes that takes time. For some people, it doesn't take time because if I sat this in front of my music teacher, she would study it briefly and she'll begin playing it as it is written. That's her skill level. That is her skill level. She'll play it fingering for fingering as it's written. She'll go a brief once over, do this, and play it. I still haven't gotten to that level. And one of the reasons why I kind of haven't gotten to that level is because number one, I do creative fingering. So I go with the. So keep this in mind. So I actually should be doing this down here. So I should actually. I think I have to listen to the recording to get that in. 1 and 2, 1 and here's the thing: even though it costs to be held, so once I get that underway, I'll be able to roll with it. But that is exactly what it means to sit down and study the music. Whew. I had an opportunity to go to the gym. I did not because I wanted to roll this video out. I'm gonna get back to it. Plus, I got to decide how much I want to take a beating today doing this pull work. So like, subscribe, share, hit the bell notification. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down just to let me know you're there. Peace.